Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Beautiful Start Podcast. I am your host, Antoinette, and I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys' day has started off amazing. My day has started off okay. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get better. My day is going to get better as it progresses. It's early in the morning. I wanted to come on here and talk about stay true to you. You know, you have to be true to you. Okay. But first, I want to go over what's going on here at Beautiful Star Podcast so everyone can know what to look forward to here. I know I don't really go live all the time, but you are more than welcome to go to beautifulstartpodcast.com um, and listen to the podcast and see what's going on over there. But I'm going to make some announcements before I dive into being true to you, right? Because we all have to be true to ourselves. Point blank, period. You know, it is what it is. Okay, so let me let you guys know what's coming up on next Friday. It's crazy how time is going by. You guys let me know in the comment section if you feel like time has speed up. Cause I definitely do feel like time speed has speed up. Okay. So next Friday, July 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be having a live virtual call. This live virtual call will be beautiful transformation. Learn how to tap into your personal power. Okay. And where you want to go to sign up is www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. And then you click learn how to tap into your personal power. You click that and then you sign up. And once you sign up, all the information will be sent out to you in regards to this live virtual call. Is definitely life changing. Okay. So the next thing that this is for July, okay? Like I told you guys, time is going by so fast. We just literally have had another live virtual call last month. So this summer we have the live virtual calls coming on. Okay, going on. So the next live virtual call, well, this mainly is not really it's a live it's going to be live, okay? But it is called Catch a Break in Life, okay? And this is a 3-day system where we work on ourselves to improve the areas that we want to change in our lives, you know? This is very intensive. Um, and the dates for this particular course, okay, is going to be August 8th, August 15th, and August 22nd. And it will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's only $27, okay, for all the 3 days. It's definitely life changing. The last one, well, for the one, let me go back, right? So this one I didn't put the how much it's going to be costing, but this one costs $25 for the beautiful transformation. Learn how to tap into your personal power. So on this particular flyer that I have that you guys see, well, some of you see it and some of you don't see it. Okay, if you're on the YouTube page, you definitely seeing the flyer. If you're on another social media platform, you're not going to see it. It's just going to be some blank dark, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be audio to you. Okay, but you are more than welcome to go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. You go there and you have to click on either it's going to be on your you got to click where it says either learn how to tap into your personal power or catch a break in life, okay? To see how to sign up for um these this live virtual call or the course. Okay, either way, it's live. Both of them are live, and it's life changing. Um, and so yeah, and then also you could book a session with me. You go on the website. You could learn more about that on the website. I'm not going to talk about that here, but I wanted to definitely give some type of update about what's going on. I know I've have over 100 episodes online. I have countless information on this on the on my social media platforms. Okay, but there's some things that I do outside of that. Okay, so before I dove into the particular topic of the day, I'm going to let you guys know about the free group that I have going on that anybody is welcome to sign up for. Okay, so it's the Meaningful Meditation group that I have, that you guys are more than welcome to sign up for. This group, we meet once a month on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's for 30 minutes. Okay, this group is absolutely free. Um, yeah, so if you're interested in being a part of it, um, definitely go to the website www.beautifulstarpodcast.com, and then you click Meaningful Meditation, and you just sign up, and that's it. And all the information will be sent out to you as far as which Thursday, the actual date will be sent out to you. You know, all you gotta do is sign up one time, and every month the link and the date will be sent out to you, in regards to when we're doing meditation. Meditation is definitely powerful. Okay, a lot of times people mind be going all over the place, and you want to, like, draw it in a little bit, um and focus, because people focus be all over the place, all over the place you know but yeah, so that's the free group that I'm offering now. I'm gonna have it open for a little while, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe I'm not gonna have it open as frequent like I have had these past few months, because it was closed for a while and then I had brought it back. But for now it's open. If you're interested, definitely sign up for it. So that's pretty much what's going on. There is a lot to come. I'm super excited about, well, I am excited about the summer. The summer has definitely, for me, has been great, but we have had a lot of rainy days. It kind of is giving off like spring vibes, but I'm grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I'm grateful to live another day. It's just another chance for me to just be better, you know what I'm saying? And just improve, right? The reason why I really started Beautiful Star Podcast is, it's all about personal development and growth and being the best version of yourself that you see fit for yourself. A lot of times people want you to be fake and be the version that they want you to be, or fit into the box that they created for you from their mind. You know what I'm saying? But can't nobody really put you in a box or limit you or restrict you to be a way in which you don't even want to be. So that's pretty much why I really started it. And then also, like, being really truthful and honest with yourself. Like, I know it's people out there, they lie for a living. They be lying to everybody, just liars. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't really lie to yourself. Like, the people who, like, some people who lie to themselves end up being in certain positions that they don't want to be in, or that will lead them on this road that is not beneficial for them. You know what I'm saying? At least, I always try to be like, yo, at least keep it a buck with yourself. Like, be really honest and truthful to yourself, and say, be honest with yourself, be truthful, be true to you, everything that you stand for. You feel me? I'm sorry if you guys hear some stuff in the background. Like there's a lot of construction going on. Um, so I'm drinking some water too. And my damn top done fell on the floor. I'm like, oh my goodness. But if you guys hear anything in the background, yes, they are doing some construction. It feels like they've been doing construction forever. And I'm like, I don't even see no improvement. But like being true to you, like, cause really the honest thing that I notice about um people, life, my experiences, my observations, um the things that I have learned throughout these many years, okay? Cuz your girl is over 40, okay? To be exact, I'm 42 years old. I know it's people out there they don't really like to disclose their age, but listen, I am happy to be alive and to get it right based off of what I feel right is. Because it's just really a matter of like perspective about right and wrong. That's what I believe in reference to your personal life, personal beliefs and stuff like that. But sometimes people get kind of caught up in somebody else's reality and what somebody else's beliefs are. They don't even realize that it's really a choice at the end of the day. They just feel like, oh, oh, because I look up to this person, or this person is influential, or this person has something that I want. Oh, everything that they say is golden or real, or I have to really uh apply this to my life. And it's just like, what's the point of having your own mind if you're gonna just allow any and everybody to direct it? Like sometimes you have to think for yourself. Sometimes you have to put aside the things that you have experienced, or even like low self-esteem. Sometimes you got to put that to the side and just like gain some, you know what I'm saying? Like gain some esteem somewhere. Like it got to come from somewhere. Like it's just a matter of what you think. You know what I'm saying? Cuz some people out there, like they lie so much that they really believe their lies, and they try to convince you to believe the lies as well. Like, some people out there that make you think that they love themselves 100%. Like, oh, I love myself. I'm the bomb. I'm the baddest bee on the streets. I'm all this. I'm all that. But then they doing things that are in direct opposite of that. Like this whole loving your body, right? Body positivity, right? You have people out there who try to um put this body positivity out there, right? Making it seem like, oh, they love themselves, they love their body, they love the way they look. But soon as um they get the money that they need, or the money that they want, or soon as they like sell some products, or you know get a large following and get the income that they want, they changing something about themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like drastically changing, you know um and that goes to show you like, oh well, did you really, you know love yourself? Did you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I'm not trying to kind of like pass judgment or anything like that, but I feel like when you make major decisions about altering your body or altering anything in your, altering the way you look, right? And I'm not talking about in reference to like exercise and dieting. I'm talking about like really going in and just changing stuff. Because how one minute you have a Facebook group about body positivity, and then all of a sudden you doing things that go against that. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, because somebody said something to you, because you want somebody else's opinion, somebody else to look up to you, somebody else to admire you. You want to gain some respect from somebody that don't care about you. They don't like you, but you want to change yourself for them, right? It's not so much of changing yourself for you and being very honest about that very thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to be like, because people struggle. Some people struggle with weight loss. Some people struggle with weight gain. Some people struggle with um, the way their body was when they was born, right? And some people are fully accepting of all that. Some people don't care. They just like, this is who I am. You either accept it or not. And what I find is that a lot of people are not accepting of themselves. They're not being like, very truthful to themselves about that thing. And it's just like, if you're not where you want to be in life, like, yes, you need to get yourself to a position where you want to be at, right? But it's like sometimes you have to get to the deeper part of why you feel the way you feel. Like get into like the deeper level of why you feel the way that you feel and experiencing what you're experiencing. Not everybody has ever gone through anything traumatic. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people may not identify with that, but when you went through when people go through traumatic experiences, anything could be traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like um and when you go through something traumatic, it definitely plays a role in your mind, and it kind of shifts it a little bit. It kind of plays on your subconscious. um it reprograms your mind. It causes you to look at things differently. If you in an abusive relationship and somebody been calling you ugly, stupid, pathetic, worthless, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit type of words, like very like going in on you. If you don't have no way to kind of like filter that out, you know, and kind of like stand up for yourself, you're gonna start to believe that shit. Like, and it's not true. It's somebody else's that's projecting that onto you, and then it's like then you start to believe it. You would start to believe it, especially if you look up to somebody. You look up to somebody. You idolize, especially like the worst relationship period. Like I always kind of go to like I always go to intimate relationships like boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, even like friendships. But people don't really think about like parents and children, right? Parents and children. Like if you was raised in a household where you was constantly told that throughout your life, and then when you grow up, what do you think your mind gonna be at if you didn't have some type of like outlet, or someone, what I'm saying, came in and changed that whole situation for you, right? You constantly hear that, and that's like trauma in a way, right? Sometimes people don't have interventions, or you know um people to come in, right? And then sometimes you may had a great life, a great childhood, great parents that did their best, you know, um, and then you come out into the world, and then you connect with people who are abusive, you know? That happens as well, right? But then it's like when you are with yourself, like you're alone and stuff like that, you by yourself. And when you by yourself, you're with your thoughts, you with your mind, your imagination, the things that you feel. And sometimes all that stuff, the traumatic things that has happened, right? Sometimes that take a hold of your imagination. Like it causes you to kind of like not really be able to be free within your mind, and to kind of like imagine something positive for yourself. Like, you know, some people feel like, oh, imagination is just for kids. But everyone has an imagination. Even like a adults, everyone has one, right? It causes you to kind of like, free yourself from certain things, or to kind of like allow your mind to be free and to explore other ways of being. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you have people that are so creative, like people who are writers. Where you think all that stuff is coming from? Like the movies that you watch, right? Especially them good ass movies, good TV shows, all that derives from like people's imagination. They imagine that. But some people can't even get to a place where they are creatively imagining stuff, and it's distorted with the effed up stuff that they've been through. So instead of thinking of positive things for themselves, or just having an act, not even really an active imagination, but imaginations where they are the directors of their imagination, right? So now I'm kind of getting a little bit too like kind of like deep into it. That's a whole nother episode with the imagination. But it's just like, your feelings are kind of guided a little bit by your thoughts, right? Because if you feeling good, because you know what I'm saying, if you have positive thoughts, right? And so while I'm talking about positive thoughts, right, then you could kind of like creatively utilize your imagination in a positive, creative way. And it can influence your feelings and make you feel good, right? But if your imagination is kind of like stuck in between like the trauma, where now all of a sudden you just thinking everything is bad, people are bad, you know what I'm saying, you imagining bad stuff happening, and that's gonna make you feel crappy, right? So it's like this world is like, I mean, it's a duality, right? It's not going to always be good, but it's not always going to be bad too, but it's like some type of balance, right? And to really be truthful and honest with yourself about what you feeling, what you thinking, what you're going through. That's in essence what it's all about, because it's like, we are in different stages of our lives. Like when you was a kid, you ain't going to think the same way now as a kid, right? In terms of logic, right? Um and knowing that, what I'm saying, you have choices, and that you can change your life, right? Because sometimes people try to make you feel like, oh, you're limited. Oh, you're limited to this. You know what I'm saying? You can't really move beyond this particular situation in your life. But that's only if you believe it. Because I've seen people get out of the most uh, craziest situations that you would feel like, well, damn, I thought they was done for. I thought they was done for. Like I thought their life was over. They wasn't gonna they wasn't gonna like come back from that. And then it's crazy how people prove other people wrong. because they just don't give up on themselves. They really become true to themselves about where they're at in their life and what it is that they need to do to get where they want to be. And some people are um comfortable, or some people are happy where they are, and some people are accepting of where they are. But if you're in a position in your life where you like, I don't want to be here no more, you know, I don't like this position that I'm in, then you have every right to be, really honest and truthful to yourself, right? Because sometimes it's like, yeah, you could lie to other people and make up some whatever facade that you want to make up. Because let's be honest, when people go to work, you don't see people like, some people go to work and they really be them real selves. They don't care. Like say some people just gonna be 100% wherever they are. You know what I'm saying? Whether they in a good place or they not. But for the majority of people, they go to work and they have a face on, this type of mask on, right? You know what I'm saying? Your coworker ain't gonna know a certain aspect of your personality that your friends would know, or your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, or the people you party with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, or the people you play chess with, or you know what I'm saying, do whatever other activities people grown people are into. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna know that, right? They'll know your work personality, what you show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times people feel like, yeah, it's just some fake shit. Like, it's, a fake personality that's in alignment with, certain ethics and policies and, stuff to make you, be a great worker, you know? Um, and some people try to kind of like, um, cross the lines and you can make certain friendships in a workplace. I'm not saying that you can't, right? But the reality is there's fake people. People are fake. Some people are fake. They fake, right? um and that could be in all aspects. It could be in a workplace, it could be in your personal life, you know it could be anything. You can have fake people in your family. It's just, some people are just fake, and it just is what it is. They don't like you. They want to sit there and try to extract your business. You know what I'm saying? And know all your business just so that they could throw it up in your face, just so that they can have something on you. And that's a fact, right? But someone said, like, yo, if you own something, like own the effed up things that you've gone through, right? And you put that out yourself, and you're not ashamed of it, what you going through, then nobody could really attack you in that way, right? But here's the tricky thing about that, right? Is what I learned, like, even years later, right? You talking about 10 years, 15 years, right? You living your life, everything's great. You thought you healed. You moved on, got a great job, remarried, do all this stuff. And then somebody from your past could come up and bring up all this stuff that you assumed to be over, that you thought you was over, and they kind of like threw it in your face. Like, even like, let's say you have someone that when you was in a vulnerable state, you told them something that you never told anybody before, right? There's people out there that's that experienced that, where they was in a vulnerable state, they wanted to talk to somebody, and so they shared their information, which happens. People vent, people release things, and it's okay to do that. It's okay to talk. You know what I'm saying? And so even if you don't talk, you could write out the things that you feeling, right? Write it out in a journal. Get you a little journal. Um, and some people, like, if you don't want to even hold on to that, rip it up, throw it in the trash, right? But some people like, run their mouth and tell all their business, or some people will come to you and would just, try to extract information from you, but they don't want to tell you their business. But they trying to get all the information possible on you so that they could throw it up in your face at a time when you at your happiest, when you doing good. Even people that's, in relationships, like how dare you, especially like I feel like certain intimate relationships, your spouse, that's someone who's sleeping with you every night. You know what I'm saying? That's someone, you guys are living in the same household. You know what I'm saying? Why should, anybody feel some type of way about their spouse or their partner, someone that they, vowed to be with for a long time? Like, that's, they should know. Of course, they're going to know everything about you because they living with you. I don't care how, like, you don't even have to say certain things to people, right? They could read body language. They could be, some people are just observers. They observe things. You know what I'm saying? They observe certain patterns. Like, all right, every day you do X, Y, and Z, but I noticed today you ain't do that. Or, you know, and some people go through people's phones. Like me, I'm not to say I ain't going through nobody's phone. I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm in my 40s. I don't know. Comment if you guys still go through people's phone. I don't have time for that. Like, I don't care. Be like, my biggest thing is just putting the phone in my drawer when I come in the house. Like, I don't, like, I'm trying to like get back to a time where the phone wasn't even a thing. Like, yo, it was a time when, like, yo, I kid you not, the phone was not even important. Like, the only time you thought about being on the phone is when you was in a house, or if you was by like a payphone that had to call somebody real fast. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when we had payphones, what, 25 cents for 3 minutes? Oh, I'm really sharing my age right now. Like, for all the young people out there, like, yo, it was like the struggle time. Like, yo, you outside, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to make a phone call, but 25 cents for like 3 minutes. Then they kind of bumped it up, like, oh, 50 cent unlimited. But that was like late, the early 2000s. But where you going to go and see a payphone? It's nowhere you could go anywhere and see a payphone. Where you going to see a payphone at? Like that, like literally, like I had went to some gym through the parks department, and they had a legit payphone. I put this on one of my social media. Like, they had a legit payphone in there, and I guess they kept it in there for nostalgic reasons because it obviously it doesn't work. Um, you know that was it then. Like, when we went outside, we ain't had no damn phone. Like, at some time, like, yo, you either had the person, like, yo, you either had your family member's job number, like you wanted to get in contact with anybody that was outside of the home, that was, you know what I'm saying, at one of these institutions, at school, work, wherever. You had to call a landline. It was none of that. And then when they came out with the cell phone, it was just crazy because it's like you had like 100 minutes for a certain, no, a hundred to like 300 minutes. No, matter of fact, I think it was like 250 to 300 minutes for the month, between the hours of like, I think 8 to 7 o'clock at night, in the evening. Correct me if I'm wrong, for the people out there who, I would say, like, you gotta be like 38 and above to remember this time period, or maybe 35 and up. No, I'm gonna go a little later. 38, 39 and up. Yeah, you gotta be like, okay. Cause I'm 42. So it's just like someone hit, depending on what provider you had, it was either free after 7 p.m., unlimited nights and unlimited weekends. Either after 7 p.m. or 9 p.m., the phones was like free. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could talk unlimited. So it's like, if you call me in the daytime, it had to be some emergency type of ish. Like, because after that little 300, 250 minutes they give you for the month, they charging you, right? But now everything is quote unquote unlimited depending on which provider you get. But it's like that was just like the early 2000s, but even before that, it was just like if we was outside, it was you wasn't calling nobody. Like if you know what I'm saying, you just wasn't really doing that unless it was some type of emergency. Like, the only time you call somebody's like when you really got home and you be on the phone, whatever. People had their personal landlines and a house and stuff like that. So it's kind of like different. But now it's like, yo, you got your phone with you all the time, like all the time. Like literally, let me tell you something. I had left out the house the other day. It wasn't even the other day, a while back. And I forgot my cell phone. I didn't realize I forgot my cell phone until I got to the dentist appointment. When it was like, you know how when you check in and shit like that, and no matter of fact, I realized no, not even then. I realized I forgot my cell phone when I was getting on the train to pay. There it go, cause everything is linked to your phone. Everything is linked to your phone. Everything, yo. And so when I went to pay, I'm like, wait, where my phone at? I kind of got like a little scared, like, yo, did I drop it? Did I did this? I was like losing it for a minute, and I realized I'm like, oh yeah, I left it on this damn thing in my house. Cause I was just I had so much on my mind. There was so much things I was doing. And then I was like kind of like rushing and shit like that. So that's what that was about. And so when I was walking to the train station or whatever, and it was time to pay to get on the trains, and I'm like, oh shit. But it was already too late for me to go back to my house because it was like, yo, first of all, I was already late going to the appointment anyway. You know what I'm saying? I could see if it was like I had an extra 30 minutes, then I would have been like, I bet I'm gonna just go back and get my phone. But then I had to, yo. But luckily I had a card, you know what I'm saying, to pay. So if I didn't have a card, I would have had no choice but to go back. And cuz I had that day I took my this particular pocket, what I'm talking, this particular pocketbook um that had like all my cards in it, IDs and stuff like that, like because when I go out I like to make sure I have my ID, because it's important to have an ID because you just never know, right? But carrying a debit card or anything like that, some people feel like, oh, it's not important because you got everything on your phone. But you just never know. Some people don't even take the payments that's for your phone. That's, you know what I'm saying? So but luckily I had a card on me, and so I just paid it. And I was traveling, like, what I'm saying, low key far or whatever, and I'm just like, it was kind of like a weird experience, like traveling to an appointment without my phone. And then when I got to the appointment to check in, and it's like, you gotta wait until the doctor sees you or whatever the case may be. And during that time, normally I'll be on my phone just on some, just looking at playing video games or whatever like that, because I got some video games on my phone. Or watching certain videos or texting, calling people. But most 9 out of 10 times I'm not calling or texting people. That's a fact. Like I don't know. But that was just like an eye opener. I probably shared this before, but it's just like it shows that time when I did that, because I'm like, when it was time for me to put the appointment in, it was kind of weird because normally when I go to the doctor or whatever, and I have a follow up appointment or whatever the case may be, I well, actually the dentist, I was at a dentist, so what, doctor, dentist, whatever, same thing. So when I had like the follow up appointment or whatever for the next time I had to see the doctor, normally I just take my phone and I just put it in the calendar. So this time I couldn't do that. I literally couldn't even do that. It was just like so weird. And I had told one of the workers in the front. I'm like, yo, I literally left my phone home, so I need you to give me one of these printouts. She was like, what? How you left the house without your phone? It was just like a culture shock. Like, yo, you really left the house without your phone? Like, people was just like bugging out. Like, it was so weird. And then I realized, I'm like, because that day I didn't even go straight home after appointment. I had went somewhere else, and then I had went to this fast food spot to get some food, and I was trying to bring somebody home food, and I realized, I'm like, damn, I don't even know this person's number by heart. Like, I don't, and it dawned on me because I remember a time when I remember everybody's phone number. It was just like you just knew everybody's phone number. Like, it was a period of time where you knew people's telephone numbers, like literally by heart. Like, it's some people telephone numbers from the 90s I would never forget up into this day. Like, because it was like you had to have that photogenic memory. And now, because of the whole cell phone thing, right? You don't remember people numbers. So I couldn't even call this person up to be like, yo, what you want to eat? Like, yo, da 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 da, I need this, but I couldn't do that, right? First of all, they don't got no pay phones no more, but they have these little link spots where you can make free phone calls as long as you got like your earphones. If you don't got no your earphones, then everybody gonna hear a conversation. So they have like these free little spots that you can make like phone calls and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't even freaking have, you know, nobody number really stored in my head outside the numbers that I say repeatedly all over time. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You should know, like, especially like, certain family members or, close friends, like those numbers you should freaking know. Like, just in case something happened when you don't got your phone. You don't got your phone, you lose all your contacts. You don't got your phones, you don't have nobody number. You don't have no way of getting into contact with nobody. That's interesting. You don't have nobody email address. You don't know. That's what was kind of like. That's what rang true to me. Like, where I had to be like, I had to be very honest with myself and truthful with myself. Like, damn, you don't even know these people number by heart. Like, that's crazy. That is not good at all. We have to rely on a device to know everything. So I had to kind of like really analyze that aspect. Like, no, this has to change, right? And you guys comment, let me know what your experience is, because maybe some people do have phones and they also do know people number by heart, like know it off the top of their head, like, oh, I know this number or whatever. Let me know what your experience has been. But that was kind of like an eye opener, but it wasn't like too weird with me not having my phone. But it's just like those down times when you want to read a book, or you want to play games, or like watch the little funny social media videos, waste time online, or waste time, let the time go by type of ish. But I found that to be very like crazy. It was crazy. Like, 'cause I was like, how you left the house be like on some dead serious ish, like without no nothing. But it's crazy because I come in the house and I literally would turn my phone off and just put it in the drawer, and it'd be just like that. Like, yo, dead serious. Like, it was a period when I wasn't even answering my phone. Like, I was just like, I don't want to be bothered, but that was just a period that I was going through. But it's like, especially like for people who like are in certain professions, or in school, or doing things that has to have their attention. Because let's be honest, like if you're studying, like of course you want to put your phone away, and kind of like really focus on your studies or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Because um you want to be able to kind of like become an expert at whatever it is that you're doing. Like when you're a student, in school, you have to set aside time to study. You have to set aside time to do assignments, to do projects, to do certain things. Especially like even being a homemaker, you have to set aside time to make your home look what it is. Even relationships, like you got to set aside time to spend time with your partner, or whatever, your friends, whatever you find important. Some people just like to be on some chill shit and just watch movies and just hang out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking people who be on their phone. Shit, I be on my phone. But, sometimes, you have to, spend time with yourself, or spend time, you know what I'm saying? You just have to, sometimes you gotta put it away, be like word, and kind of like focus on like what's kind of like really important, really. But it's gonna be a time. What honestly, that time has definitely came, but because I'm like, who goes outside without their phone? Be like, I ain't even gonna front. Sometimes I be going out too, go to the store, and I don't be having my phone because it don't be charged. Like, how you got your phone sitting around and you don't even charge it? Like, when I go outside just to run to the store fast, it's like 3%. Like, what I'm gonna do with that? 3%, 5%. Like, come on, for real. mm But yeah, so this summer, definitely doing a lot of introspective, like doing inner work, working on myself. Um, yeah, definitely have these different. Oh damn, I had this on the whole time, Lord. First of all, I didn't realize I had the meaningful meditation thing on that. Yo, how the hell I had the meaningful meditation joint, the flyer on all that time, B? Yo, I didn't even realize that till now. Over here running my mouth. I mean, which I should be doing. Yeah, so I didn't realize I had that on. For you guys on the other social media platforms, you don't see nothing. But on this YouTube thing, I had this meaningful meditation joint right there. Boom. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so willing it back into what's going on here, like at Beautiful Start Podcast, because I gotta go back. Okay, so on next Friday, okay, we gonna talk about what's going on here, because it's a lot of personal development that's going on, working on yourself, right? I'm a big advocate into working on yourself, right? So next Friday, there will be a live virtual call on July 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Beautiful Transformation. Learn how to tap into your personal power, right? Because we all have personal power. But the thing is, some people gave their power away and made it seem like somebody else have power and control and everything over their life. Like some people essentially just gave it up. You created a reality where you gave your power away and you normalized it, right? Now it's time to snatch your power back, to tap into your personal power, right? And it's not really so much of getting it back, it's so much of tapping into it. Because some people could convince themselves like, oh, I don't have no power, or they want to gas somebody up and make them think and believe that they have all the power. Just because, because some people, they try to feed into other people's fantasies and a little ego and the different things that they project out there. That's just all BS. All BS. It's time to tap into your personal power. This stuff is life changing, and you know it's very transforming, right? Because I feel like as we grow, as we get older, we definitely need to be changing and evolving and becoming better. But some people are just, they don't care. It doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, I got time. The reality is you don't have time. We don't have time. We're about to be in fall soon. When you walk into the stores now, you ain't gonna see no summer stuff. You're gonna see Halloween stuff. When you walk into the stores now, you're gonna see back to school stuff. They already ahead of the game. They ahead of the season. They already. I'm surprised we don't even see Christmas stuff in the stores now, right? So it's like you gotta be ahead, working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Um, and preparing yourself for a time that's to come. People are not really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good to stay present, like, but stay presently working on yourself, right? And right here, this live virtual core is definitely going to be tapping into that aspect of yourself, right? And then this is July 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have until July 24th to sign up for this. And although that flyer don't specifically say exactly, the price, but it is $25, and it's this live virtual call is 45 minutes, and we might go over the time. Okay? So this is what that flyer doesn't really say. It's not really detailed, but you go to the website www.beautifulstarpodcast.com and you sign up for it. Okay. If you listen to this on a replay, if this after July 25th, then of course, you can't be a part of the live virtual call. Okay. Um, but let's go into the next one I have. So this 3-day system, Catch a Break in Life, is where we work on ourselves to improve the areas that we want to change. Okay. And this is the intensive personal development course that will be for 3 days. 3 days. Okay. And it's going to be August 8th, August 15th, and August 22nd. And this will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This live um 3-day system will be only $27. That's it, $27. You go to the websites www.beautifulstarpodcast.com and you sign up for it. And then, well, when you go to that website, www.beautifulstarpodcast, you go to Catch a Break in Life, and then you sign up with your name and your email, and all the information will be sent out to you. Okay, all the information will be sent out to you, definitely. So that's what's going on for the next 2 months, July and August. And of course, you go on the website, you are more liable to see more stuff that we have going on, right? You could book a session if you're interested in booking a session. You could go on to, when you go to the website www.beautifulstartpodcast.com, then you'll see book a session, and you see what sessions, which one-on-one sessions that I have available. These are one-on-ones, okay? I'm not going to go into details with that because you could go on and see it yourself. That is something that's ongoing. But right now there is a sale price. A sale price, okay? You got to go to the website to see what it is. That's always ongoing, okay? Now we have more than one-on-one, right? There's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, you could go on the website as well and listen to the podcast, the things that are not on the social media pages, okay? And then, which I had this pretty thing on for a long time, meaningful meditation. You know, that's absolutely free. You go on the website and you sign up. Okay, you click it, you where it said meaningful meditation, you sign up. So that's pretty much what's really popping off going on here. Okay, there's a lot of things. There's more stuff to come. Okay, listen. We're gonna be having a great time doing our personal development, working on ourselves, bettering ourselves as we see fit. This is not no cookie cutter mold. I'm not trying to turn you into no mini means. You be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Okay? You know, a lot of people get caught up into following people. I'm not, and that's not my cup of tea. Like, my thing is for people to be exactly who they want to be, what personal growth looks like to them, what you want to be. I'm not trying to make many electricians. If you want to be a cook, you want to be a chef, you want to be a model, you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You want a peace of mind. You want to feel good. You want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? You want to clean your house. You want to, you know, dress up. You want to wear makeup. You don't want to dress up. You don't want to wear makeup. You know what I'm saying? You want a job. You want to go back to school. You want to, you know, a career, you know, you want to work on yourself. You want to journal. You want to do affirmation. Whatever it is that you want to do is your life. You want to be in a relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship. It's what you want to do. I'm not telling people what to do. You're a grown person. You're a grown adult. I would like to think everybody that's listening to me is over 18 years old. You should know what you want out of life. This ain't no cookie cutter. I'm not trying to make no molds of a certain character. Everyone's not the same. Everyone um don't want the same things, you know? And it's just that simple. But the key thing is working on yourself and getting yourself to a place where you want to be, right? Because even though we don't want the same things, sometimes the template can be the same thing to work on many different things. Okay? So that's just what it is. But I'm about to end it right here because my phone done died. Okay? Where it was just I was going on another I don't know. I was doing something else on that page and it just cut off. Like my phone literally died. So and I'm out of my little well, this little water or whatever, but yeah, so anyway.